Protein. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. There's a crash on the 10.
The westbound side of the Ford Temple in El Monte, emergency crews are on scene of a crash along the right shoulder. Getting some attention, your lights start to load up as you approach Baldwin. Additional work zone and criminals southbound 405 at the 101. At the transitions to the 101 north and south, those are both closed until 10 a.m. And in Lakewood, another work zone southbound 605 between Carson and Spring Street. The right lane is shut down until 1 p.m. KFI in the sky helps you either faster and soaring from.
Try great tasting Insurmax protein with 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and nutrients to support immune health. Those who tried Insurmax protein reported feeling more energy in just 2 weeks. For more information, including consumer survey details, please visit Insure.com. This report is sponsored by Norm Reed's Honda Superstore. Summer may be almost over, but there's still time to get super prices on a super selection of new Hondas. During the final days of the Honda Summer Sales Event, return your Honda lease to one of their 5 lease return super centers and upgrade today. Online at normreeds.com.
What comes to mind when you think of home? Hopefully it's a safe place that protects and takes care of you. The same could be true about the water coming out of the pipes in your home. That's why, with a Light Source whole house water system, every faucet in your house becomes a convenient, safe place to enjoy filtered, delicious water. Light Source is maintenance-free. You can say goodbye to salt bags and filter changes and monthly exchange tanks. If you're tired of dealing with the hard water problems, Light Source can reduce them. Light Source gets rid of odor and the taste of chlorine without using salt or chemicals. And without the drying effects of chlorine, you're going to notice softer skin and hair with every bath and shower that you take. Not to mention the fact that every faucet in the house drinking water. With Light Source, you buy a customized water solution direct from the factory. With installation and support, the factory has served Southern California for 37 years, and everything is U.S. made. So you call Light Source today, and you get yourself full service and full confidence in your home's water. The number to reach, 800-334-5009, 800-334-5009, or visit lightsourcewater.com. Light Source Water. Taste and feel the difference.
It's hot. It's humid. You wanted a relaxed pool party / barbecue. You got the human tsunami instead. Today he's going for a world record splash that'll send inflatable swans into orbit. Dripping wet, you grab a nice cold can of Heineken. When another man-child made wave embraces you. It's okay though. He's not splashing you. He's adding more refreshment to your refreshment. Heineken. Where others see annoying splashers, we see immediate refreshment. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy responsibly.
I can create a future that I look forward to.
I can get where I was meant to go.
I can transfer to a 4-year university.
When you pursue an associate degree for transfer at a California community college, you're on your way to earning your guaranteed safe spot at a 4-year university.
With an associate degree for transfer, I can do this.
Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Social Security was never meant to be your main source of income in your retirement. It's only a supplement to your other savings, pensions, and 401ks. But where does Social Security fit into your retirement income strategy? How can you best maximize it? Should you hold off on collecting it because of tax implications? Call 833-PLAN-EFE right now. Get the answers from Edelman Financial Engine with a free Social Security and retirement review. This is not a filing strategy, but a deeper look at your future retirement income. A fiduciary financial planner will review your portfolio to help make sure it's not too risky. Then they'll create your very own personal financial plan with a Social Security analysis to help you reach your goals. The plan is worth $800, but it's free if you call now. Call 833-PLAN-EFE by Monday at 10 p.m. That's 833-PLAN-EFE, or visit EdelmanFinancialEngines.com. Build more security into your future.
Have you or a loved one tested positive for COVID-19 during the past 5 days? Those 18 and over may be eligible to take part in a clinical trial for a possible COVID-19 treatment. There's a clinical trial located nearby, and participation is voluntary. You may stop at any time. Participants will receive study-related care at no cost. To learn more, call 1-855-221-3671.
If you want out of your house, start moving, downsizing, you have financial issues maybe you've inherited, So you list it with a broker, and that means hours of cleaning and painting and repairing and paying big fees. So let me give you another way of doing it. You get a fair price without any of that. Buyer never walks through your house. There's never an appraisal, no commissions, and you can get paid in cash within 10 days or less if you need it. That's directbuyers.com. That's the company that Janet and Matt, brother and sister, own, and I love the way they do business. They'll never lowball you. They're just honest folks. And let me tell you, a lot of schmucks in this industry, and that's not what they are. They'll give you an honest, no-obligation offer and even offer a $15,000 cash advance before closing. Go to directbuyers.com. That's directbuyers.com. Call 844-242-SELL. 844-242-SELL. directbuyers.com.
Hey, it's Deborah Mark from KFI. The days of having your favorite radio station cut out are officially gone thanks to the free iHeart app. That's exactly why we made it. Now, wherever the destination is, you can bring KFI with you, along with thousands of playlists to fit any mood or occasion and the biggest names in the podcast universe. Download the free iHeart app today. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one app.
Rested, refreshed, and ready to rumble. Ramble.
Oh, there's a lot of fun.
Bill Handle returns. Morning on KFI, AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Here they come.
KFI, Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. You're listening to Home, where every week we help you better understand that place where you are living. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the program. We're diving into the bathroom. We're all going to the bathroom together this morning. We're going to go to the bathroom. We're going to look around. We're going to look at the ow of the bathroom. Like, you know, when you look at it and you're like, ow, wow, that's a thing. That's a whole thing going on there. And to try and turn that into wow as much as possible. All right? Yeah, that's right. All right, let's talk about tubs. Tubs have become quite the thing, have they not, my love? Tubs are, tubs in the, before the 1980s were primarily a utilitarian feature of a bathroom, you know, bathtub. There you go. Look at houses built before the 1980s. You will be hard-pressed to find too many, except in luxury estates. Of course, the luxury estate market that we spend a lot of time in, you know, has always been the exception to that. But you look at your average house. Tubs are, you know, there it is. It's a tub. Boom. Maybe a tub shower. Often a tub shower, that made it that much better, right? But tubs are the original bathing device. You know, long before showers, there were tubs. Long before tubs, there were, well, I guess, tubs of different shapes and sizes. Just wash tubs that you sit in and somebody pours some water into and you try and take a bath. So there you have it. Starting in the 80s, new homes built in the mid to late 80s, early 90s started incorporating this idea of like, oh, hey, look at this. You can get a jetted spa tub, like a jacuzzi, which is a brand name, by the way, but so pardon me for using it that way. But like a jacuzzi tub with the jets and all of that, and build it into this big old platform in your bathroom, and now that looks like luxury. And it was the definition. And despite what I'm about to say, I just wanted to be clear. I don't really have an issue with a tub platform in a bathroom. If you've got room for it, and if it works, if that's the right design, then have at it. It can be a beautiful thing. But there has definitely been a sharp turn of trend away from those jetted tub platforms. Why? That's the question. Why? Well, a couple of things that we are beginning to understand, I think, better about space in general, but especially how it applies to the bathroom. More floor space, whether you're using it or not, to walk on. More visible floor space equals a roomier feel, a sense of more room. Okay, so that's one factor. That is a inviolable rule of interior architectural truth. The more floor you see, whether or not it's something you actually put your foot on, the roomier the room feel. That is why tub platforms are going away, because the platform itself and the steps leading up to it, they take up a lot of space in a bathroom. That's why toilets, a lot of people are now considering in-wall toilets, so the toilet doesn't actually come down to the ground and touch the floor. There's space underneath it. Now, are you ever going to put your foot there? No, it's underneath the toilet. There's no place to walk there. But the fact that you can see the floor makes the room feel more spacious. Vanities are getting leggier, right? The legs are getting taller so that you get this sense of floor running underneath them. In more contemporary bathrooms, vanities have no legs at all. They're wall hung and they're completely off the floor again. So there you go. Okay. The second thing is a disappointment and a trend that happened for those who had jetted tubs. Now, of course, there's an exception to every rule. I know there's somebody listening right now, and several people listening who are like, I love my jetted tub and I use it every day. That's great. You would actually be in the minority of people who own jetted tubs in their bathroom and who never use them. Or if they use them, they don't use the jet feature. And here's why, just in a nutshell. It looks great in these magazine ads and spreads. There's a beautiful woman laying in a tub, bubble bath all around her. There's a couple of candles on the shelf next to her, a glass of wine. You know, she's just laid back and relaxing, and that looks fantastic in a magazine spread. In real life, you set the bathroom up. Tina, you're going to be my blower motor here. Okay, so just you set up the bathroom, and you're in that situation, and then you reach over, because it's time right now to turn on the bubbles, and this is what happens. That's right. There's a blower motor. So you've got to go ahead. Give me that. Just give me a little bit of that. So that's like, hey, hon, what do you? Come on, keep it going. How you doing in there, babe? Oh, I'm just relaxing in the bathtub. Just having my peaceful personal time. Yeah. The reality is, if that platform wasn't well insulated, if the blower motor wasn't like the best ever and set as far away from the tub as possible, something you don't notice about your hot tub outside is the fact that it freaking makes noise. All right, those bubbles make noise. And so a lot of folks are like, that's not zen at all. So what have we changed them out to? Freestanding, pedestal, non-jetted tub. Just your old-fashioned tub, fill it up with hot water, soak in a bubble bath. All right, more on that. And your calls when we return. You're home. Dean Sharp, the house whisperer, Layla Muhammad has the news.
The Metro Gold Line train has resumed service in Monrovia after a bomb threat shut it down. A suspicious package was found yesterday. The package was checked and determined safe, and the train service resumed around 6:30 last night. Marvel is suing to block former comic book artists and their heirs from reclaiming copyrights to characters. The lawsuits are in response to heirs of 5 Marvel authors who are trying to terminate dozens of notices with the U.S. Copyright Office. Canceling those notices would not prevent Marvel from using characters like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. However, the studio would be required to make payments to heirs. The lawsuit argues the characters were created under work-for-hire arrangements, therefore the heirs cannot claim copyright. Marvel is asking for a declaration that it owns the valid copyrights and is not asking for damages. Former President Trump has held a rally at the Georgia National Fairgrounds. He talked about the outcomes of the 2020 election last night.
I never conceded because I saw what was happening, and I can't do it. I can't do it. Because I have a commitment to you, and I can't do it.
He also talked badly about Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp because Kemp refused to intervene in the election results, which showed President Biden won by almost 11,000 votes. A woman has received a major surprise after crossing the finish line at the Akron Half Marathon in Ohio.
I do believe that is a yes.
That's the race announcer sharing with the crowd that Kendra Moyet said yes to her boyfriend Matt Smartnick. When he popped the question yesterday, Smartnick had a little help from some people in the crowd who held up signs for the woman. Let's check some traffic right now. We have a problem on the 22. It's a crash.
East outside of San Savannah, there's a crash that's reported blocking lanes on the transition to the 5 South. There's a work zone in Alhambra, eastbound side of the 10 at the 710. The work transition to the 710 north track stays until 12 p.m. And the Malibu Triathlon is happening this weekend, so PCH in both directions will be reduced down to only one lane between Heathcliff and Mulholland until noon, especially through the area. KFI in the sky helps get you this faster and scoring some.
So let me tell you a story about me that actually goes back to 1903. No, I wasn't alive then, but the year was 1903. Two young Boston architects, Charles and Henry Green, made history right here in Southern California by developing a new style of home that would come to be known as the California Craftsman. One of the very first examples was the Camp House near Pasadena, a home whose restoration now, 117 years later, has been entrusted to me. This historic green and green house was entrusted to me, and I honestly trust every last inch of it to Benjamin Moore Paint. For generations, Benjamin Moore Regal Select has been the paint that the most passionate architects, builders, painters, and homeowners have trusted their most precious spaces to. Visit your local Benjamin Moore retailer, learn for yourself why Regal Select is the brand that painters know best from the company that knows paint best, Benjamin Moore. To find your local independently owned and operated Benjamin Moore retailer, go to benjaminmoore.com.
Southland weather from KFI, partly cloudy skies, highs in the mid to upper 60s for the beaches, mid 70s in Metro LA and Inland OC, low 80s in the valleys and the Inland Empire. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Layla Muhammad.
Income-eligible renters impacted by COVID-19 can now get 100% of their past due rent and utility bills paid through the California COVID-19 Rent Relief Program. Landlords with tenants who haven't paid rent because of COVID-19 are eligible for 100% reimbursement too. The application is fast, your information is private, and you won't be asked about citizenship. Apply at housingiskey.com before eviction protections end on September 30th. Brought to you by the California Department of Housing and Community Development.
The Delta variant is making COVID-19 spread faster and more easily. Variants can be more contagious, aggressive, and deadly. But we know vaccines work. Vaccinated Californians have greater protection against serious illness, hospitalization, and death. We can help stop the spread and end this pandemic. Get vaccinated and wear a mask when it can protect you and others. Find a vaccine near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Southern California Edison. What conditions lead to a public safety power shutoff? Strong winds and dry brush can lead to wildfires. SCE considers numerous factors before calling a public safety power shutoff. Learn more at sce.com/wildfire.
I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki from 1-800-NO-CUPS. Can you do the alphabet backwards? Z, Y, X, W, V. Yeah, try doing that by the side of the road. So if you get pulled over, don't wing it. Call us at 1-800-NO-CUPS.
Hey, this is Josh Kelly, running back for the Los Angeles Chargers. Vaccinations change the game. Nearly all new COVID-19 deaths are among the unvaccinated. Don't risk it. Protect yourself by getting vaccinated. All the vaccines offer strong protection against variants like Delta, which spread faster and are easier to catch. Getting vaccinated is quick, free. It doesn't just protect you, it protects your family and community. Find a clinic near you at vaccinateall58.com. Play your best defense. Vax up.
Call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules.
Live and local.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. You are home with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. That's me. Hey, welcome to the program. We're talking about changes to the bathroom, getting it from ow to wow. And I led up in the last segment talking about tubs and why the idea of the luxury platform tub, recessed spa, jetted tub is definitely not a trend anymore. Nothing wrong with it, but it is definitely not a trend. And I mentioned a couple of things. Number one, those tubs make a lot of noise when you actually use them, and that kind of goes against that whole Zen spa-like experience that you see, in the magazine when you see the tub layout to begin with. And so most folks just don't use them. Number two, they take up a lot of space, and people are starting to realize that the more floor space that you see in a restroom or in a bathroom, the larger and more airy the bathroom feels. Now, a real practical tub that is luxurious is now, this is the tip of the spear now, a freestanding pedestal tub. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh, a clawfoot tub? I don't want a clawfoot tub. It doesn't match my style. I'm not talking about a clawfoot tub. That is just one kind of freestanding tub. Freestanding pedestal tubs come in every imaginable shape, size, and style. From contemporary homes all the way to traditional in a number of different ways. So they're gorgeous. They can be a fantastic add. The nice thing is if you have one of those old tub platform thingies, by the time you tear all that out, you absolutely have room for the freestanding version because they take up so much less space. They have no deck around them whatsoever. You get all that floor space underneath them. You're never going to walk on it, but you're going to see it, and it makes the room feel airier and nice. Now, I have got more to talk to you about tubs, the standard tubs, because not everybody's going to get the luxury freestanding pedestal tub. Some of you are just thinking, well, I'm going to put a standard tub back. What should I do? We're going to get to that. But first, as promised, it's time to go to the phones. Let's do it. Sid, welcome home.
Good morning. We have a very long hallway. It's 45 feet long and about 9 inches high, and it's about 4 inches wide. 40 inches. 40 inches wide, excuse me.
9 feet tall, 9 feet high, and 40 inches wide, and 40 feet long. That is a long hallway. You're right.
That is a long hallway, and at the current time, we have those track lights there, and we want to get rid of them. And I listen to you. Oh boy, I get up early in the morning on Saturdays to listen to you. And I remember you were saying that the lights should not be straight, make a straight line when you put them on. You did say that, right?
I have said that in a particular context. So tell me what your question is. You're wondering how to light this hallway.
So we want to replace that, and we bought some LED lights that are circular and 14 inches in diameter, and the hallway has 3 closets in it, and it opens up like to 4 rooms. How many lights do we buy?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Sid, honestly, because I'm not really completely conceptualizing it, and we don't have time on the air to imagine that for you. But I will tell you this. If the hallway reaches a point where, it doesn't sound, there's no intersection in the hallway. It's just this long hallway. So there are a couple of things that we would tend to do with a long hallway. One, a surface mount light, you're okay. If you got a 9-foot ceiling in there, you'd be okay with some surface mount lights. Do they have to be off-centered as you go down the hallway? If it's a surface mount light, if it's an actual fixture hanging down, no, not at all. Put it right down the center of the hallway. And I know I have said in the past, don't worry about centering your lights. That is my main message about recessed can lights. And that main message is just about every other room except the hallway. When you've got a hallway that's long and narrow, I almost always put the recessed can lights right down the center. Why? If the hallway was wider, like in some estate level homes, we end up with hallways that are 5 and 6 feet. If a hallway is 5 or 6 feet wide, then you're going to move lights to the left, to the right, in order to wash walls and pieces of art and stuff like that down the hall. And again, we don't worry about it. But when a hall is really thin, there's really not much room or reason to move a light to the left or to the right. Just keep them all in line. What I would suggest is that you wanted to know the number of lights. What I would suggest is that you pick a point in the hallway, maybe halfway down the hallway or so, where that hanging fixture, that ceiling surface mount fixture will look its best. Because the nature of a surface mount fixture is to draw a certain amount of attention to itself, okay? It's not hidden, it's exposed. And so it's something that you look at. But a surface mount fixture is going to be just cast general light in omnidirectionally in all directions, okay? So I would use a combination of lighting fixtures there. If you really like the surface mount light, then drop one or two, maybe at the most, down the length of this hallway at points where visually they look the most attractive when you're not in the hallway, just kind of looking down the hall. The rest of the lighting in the hallway, I wouldn't use surface mount fixtures. I wouldn't put one after the next after the next. I would get rid of that, just like you want to get rid of the track lighting, and I would replace them with recessed can lights. Now, here's the critical part. Recessed can lights down the center of the hallway, but a recessed can whose trim, the trim piece that you buy, which is the second part of a recessed can light, is a gimbal, or what we used to call an eyeball, meaning that the light can be turned. The light source can be turned and directed. Because what I want is, I don't want all these recessed lights just shooting down, lighting up the floor of the hallway. That's the least exciting part of the hallway. You've got this long hallway, which means you got a lot of wall space, and you would put a can light on lighting up in the very center, but lighting up every wall space that you've got. So you're going to turn the light to wash the walls. We call it wall washing. Because that's where we're going to put family photos, we're going to put art, and we're going to put all sorts of interesting things to transform this long hallway into a gallery of sorts. So the exposed attractive fixture, just like, an attractive fixture like a dining room chandelier, this attractive ceiling mount fixture, one or two of those down the hall where they look best, kind of gleaming and drawing attention to themselves. Everything else, recessed cans with a gimbal trim, washing walls, and we don't make the floor the star of the hallway, because that only makes it that much longer. We make the walls the star of the hallway, so that it becomes a gallery. It will actually cause the hallway to not feel as long as it is, and believe me, plenty of light is getting down onto the floor, so it's going to accomplish two birds with one stone. Sid, excellent question. Thanks for being such a good student. And I'm sorry if I confused you with the never center recessed can lights. That's nothing I ever say is an absolute. In general room lighting, yes, don't worry about centering it, but down a long hallway where space is limited, yeah, put them right down the middle, but shine them left and right as the need arises. All right, when we come back, more calls, Tina? Yeah. More calls. You are home with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. Layla Muhammad has the news.
Investigators have been trying to figure out why a woman and her 2-year-old son fell to their deaths at Petco Park in San Diego. Family and friends of Gabby Petito have gathered in New York for her funeral. The 22-year-old's body was found in a national forest in Wyoming last Sunday. And the 74th Tony Awards will be held tonight to honor the shows from the 2019-20 Broadway season before the COVID-19 pandemic shuttered all performances. We're checking out some traffic troubles on the 10 next.
With energy costs rising and temps getting warmer and electric vehicles here to stay, it's hard to believe how many homes still don't have solar. Now, there's a lot of misinformation out there about solar, so let me clear a little bit about on behalf of my solar company, Sunlux. Solar does not cost you money. The whole point of installing solar in your home is to save you money, a lot of money as the years roll on. Second, it doesn't matter where your panels are made, but it does matter who makes them. And finally, you might hear about some system for, $29.95, $39.95, whatever. That's not the system that's going to end up on your home. That's just not reality. So, it means something to me, speaking of reality, that all the partners at Sunlux left top-tier positions at other solar companies. Why? Because they wanted to do solar better. It's why Sunlux is an LG and Tesla Platinum contractor. The best systems, best battery solutions, the best service, the best warranty, and a solar company that is straight with you on day one. Hey, it's time for solar. Get started at sunlux.com. That's sunlux.com. CSLB 1008374.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Ensure Max Protein.
Big game for LA football teams today. The Rams host the defending champion Bucks, while the Chargers are in Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. UCLA football gets a win over Stanford. USC drops a historic game to Oregon State. First time the Beavers have won at the Coliseum since 1960. Baseball today, the Dodgers take on the Diamondbacks in the series finale. Shohei Ohtani gets the baseball for the Angels against the Mariners. I'm Trey Bender.
Try great tasting Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and nutrients to support immune health. Those who tried Ensure Max Protein reported feeling more energy in just 2 weeks. For more information, including consumer survey details, please visit Ensure.com.
A crash on the 10.
The westbound side, just before Temple City Boulevard in El Monte, a crash has left one car along the right shoulder, another one blocking the express lane, and they're currently working on clearing it off to the center divider. There's a stall in South LA, 110 southbound at the 105. It's along the shoulder of the transition, the 105 east. And in Anaheim, northbound 5 at Brookhurst, there is police activity there that's causing the ride to stack up at Euclid. KFI and this guy helps get you there faster. I'm Soren Crump.
This report is sponsored by Driveway.com. Driveway is changing the way people buy and sell cars. Just go online, buy your dream car, and get it delivered to your driveway. Find them at Driveway.com now. That's Driveway.com.
At Sit and Sleep, we know that people are experts at lots of things. Doctors are experts at medicine. Chefs are experts at cooking. And moms, well, they're experts at everything.
Right, Dad. But there's one thing practically nobody's an expert in. How to shop for the right mattress. Because at Sit and Sleep, we know shopping for a mattress isn't something you do every day, or even every 8 years.
That's why inside every Sit and Sleep, you'll find highly trained mattress experts with an average of 10 years experience who know everything about mattresses that you don't.
Then we go one step further by giving our mattress experts bed match technology that scientifically analyzes your body's unique support needs and recommends just the right mattress for you.
It's a winning combination that's helped millions of Southern Californians get the deep, restful sleep that's so critical to helping you feel your best every day.
So for expert advice about your next mattress, trust your sleep to Sit and Sleep.
I'm an expert at other things besides mattresses.
Like what, Dad?
Screaming free!
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. Now,
Why? Nothing personal. That's what I did in October. Was here with